I thought we did a pretty good job. I think there's some things that we can clean up, but the focus is there, the effort is there. Now I think the discipline and the calculation of our aggression is, I think, what we have to clean up. But we forced 30 turnovers. I'll take it.
This was your guys' first test, first game together. You know, you make all these plans during training camp. What was the part you felt you guys executed the best? And I know you talked about defense, but how do you feel you guys really handled the moment?
I think we just stayed together. There were a couple of runs throughout the game where we could have allowed it to get out of hand, but I thought we showed great leadership out there. I thought J-Mo, Chucky did a really good job leading our group. AJ, obviously, he's been incredible in terms of his leadership all throughout camp. So I think in those moments we showed great leadership and we stayed connected.
You talked kind of entering this game what you wanted to see from Jonathan, just that aggressiveness and going out there. Obviously a bit of a back and forth game for him, but he cleaned up pretty well. Like, what did you make of his game here, and what were you looking for from him?
Well, his role changes a bit here. Obviously with the Raps, he's a jack of all trades, but here I want to be a little more aggressive, right? You know, there's an opportunity here for him to really develop his offensive game, and we know who he is defensively, but just challenging him to be assertive, be aggressive on the offensive end.
There aren't a lot of returning players from last year's team, but from the guys who are coming back, like, what growth have you seen in them over the offseason?
I mean, AJ, the reason he got his opportunity with the Raps is because he committed to the defensive end. I think we saw it again today. He really harassed the ball. He was awesome defensively there. You know, we have a guy like Quincy who's obviously out now, but he showed great strides in terms of his body, his lateral movement, being able to guard multiple guys. Hopefully we get him back soon. But I think from all of our guys, they just showed incredible improvement.
Chucky, game high in assists with 10, game high in steals with 5. Can you just speak to his game and what you liked of him tonight?
Really poised for a rookie. I love his poise. I love his toughness. And he's a quiet leader. He leads with his force defensively. He leads with his pace offensively, and he's been great for us. So.
When it comes to intensity, I know you're pretty good at keeping that throughout the game, but when, say, you're up 20 points, how do you keep that intensity and try to teach them to even keep that intensity?
It's 0-0, and that's what we teach. That's our identity, whether we're up big or down big. You know, we got to compete as if the score is 0-0, and I think if we maintain that mentality, then good things happen for us. But that complacency, you'll never see me allow that.
Coach, before the game you talked about like being in sync with the NBA squad, playing same way, especially on the defensive end, being an identity, and then seeing with the way these guys performed tonight, how much of that synchronicity did you see in terms of your preparation and then execution out there?
Synchronicity is serious. I don't know if I can pull that one off. I mean, we all get to coach and play, obviously, you know, because of a much bigger purpose, right? So we're here to serve the Raps. So everything we do, they do. Our identity, our standards, although we're the G League team, we maintain that same standard, that same culture.
With a lot of roster turnover from season to season in the G League, like, how do you prep for first game of the season against a team that you might not have a lot of tape on them playing as a unit together?
You make it about yourself. You make it about executing what you've rehearsed all throughout camp, and you use that first game as an opportunity to see where we are. And I think our defense is a little ahead of our offense right now. But the way we moved it and shared it, I'm pleased with how we executed in game one.
AJ, just initial impressions after the game, obviously first one of the season, and the effort you guys put up defensively.
Initial impressions, I'm going to say just proud, happy that we executed our principles on defense and just moved the ball on offense. I feel like we scored the ball pretty efficiently and easy, and we feel like we got the right shots the whole game.
Before the game, Coach was talking about your improvement in defense. Says you're great, but how have you kind of worked on that and also saw that impact today?
I just got to shout out the coaching staff, Raptors and Raptors 905, just for instilling the confidence in me just to move my feet and just be the capable defender that I can be, and just keep practicing at a high level and execute when the game comes.
You had 17 in the first half. Like, what were you bringing energy-wise in terms of, you know, aggressiveness going on early?
Just got to shout out my teammates. They're finding me, and I just feel like our defense is our offense. I got a lot of transition points because we got steals, and yeah, that was the key right there, just our defense turning into offense.
I know Drew talks about being connected, and assuming you, from an outsider's point of view, it looks like you guys are already like tight. Is my read right on that one?
For sure. I feel like we're super connected. I feel like we have the same principles as the Raptors, that we follow that to the T, and I feel like us playing so hard just makes it easier for us on offense because we just gonna carry off the momentum. I feel like. Yeah.
What was your reaction after that one fast break dunk? Like, I don't think I've ever seen the ball.
I told the ref after, like, I've never heard that call before. The ball went through the net.
I've never seen it land on top
I mean,
of it. Like,
yeah, I guess I dunked it too hard. Next time I'm dunking it soft. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
For yourself entering this season, obviously being with the Raptors in training camp, and now you're here as well. Like, what's your mindset entering the year in terms of like role and just what you want to accomplish?
Mindset's just win. Go out every game, play our hardest, win, and for me, just be the best AJ Lawson I can be every day, and just get 1% better, and just show that I'm an NBA talent and an NBA level player, even when I'm down here.
What does it mean for you to be playing with the Raptors with the 905, being from out here?
It means everything. I mean, I got my parents in the crowd, I got my grandma at the game, got my friends at the game. I can't complain. I'm living the dream, playing the sport that I love, and I got my family and friends and the whole city and country supporting me. Can't complain.
First of all, how's the hand? How's your finger?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. My hand's good.
Just what did you think of your guys' performance today, first test?
Yeah, we look good. Obviously there's a lot of things we still got to pick up. Got to take care of the ball a lot more. Starts with me. Got to defend a lot better. Got to rebound defensively. But overall, I thought it was a great win. We competed really hard, and that bench did a really good job coming in and giving energy too.
That's the same thing to AJ. From an outsider's point of view, it looks like you guys are already like so connected. I know Coach talks about being connected. Is my read right on that?
Oh yeah, definitely. It just starts in off the court. We always hang out in the locker room. Always talking to each other. Everybody feels included. So when you got that in a team in the locker room, the chemistry automatically clicks on the court. So like I said, we just gotta go clean some stuff up and we'll be good.
Coach talked a lot about like wanting to be in sync with the NBA side of the team, how you guys play, especially defensively with all the ball pressure. Like being there for training camp and preseason with those guys and then coming here, how in sync have things felt for you as a player coming into the system?
Definitely in sync, especially going, playing with and against guys like Emmanuel Quickly and Jamal Shea. And, it's just good to be able to see them, watch them, learn from them. And, obviously you got a vet like Garrett Temple on the team. So, I just try to suck in as much information as I can and just try to take and apply it for myself.
forcing 30 turnovers in one game as a team, like how are y'all able to maintain that defensive intensity for the whole 48? Because even when they were up, y'all are up like 20 plus late, you kept pushing on the lead.
Yeah, it's that next man up mentality. When a guy comes out, it's the next man up. When I went down, Jarkel did a great job picking me up. So, when you got a whole team like that who's just ready to go and stays ready, it's really good for us.
I'd like to ask the new guys this. What have you thought about Toronto and Canada so far? I don't know if you've ever been to Canada before.
No, it's my first time in Canada. I honestly love the city. I think the worst part of Toronto is the traffic, and that's probably the worst part that I do hate. But overall, I love Toronto. It's a beautiful city. People are so welcoming here, and I don't have one bad thing but the traffic to say.
That's fair.
You individually on the court, what's been like your mindset coming into this team and organization, and just like what has been talked to you about in terms of what your role should be with these guys?
Yeah, just being a point guard and being the general on the floor. I'm an extension of the head coach on the floor, so just making sure I'm running the team right and we're winning games.
As a sort of a lead guard and a playmaker, how's it been adjusting to your new teammates and getting them in their spots and all that?
Yeah, it makes it real easier when you got selfless guys on the team, and it's really easy to play with them. Since summer league, I played with a couple of these guys, and we got to know each other. We took a trip to Spain, LA, and it's just been good. We've been growing that chemistry together, and just been stacking days.